So it was cool. Hit Mike Dawson's Buckeye. He's a Buckeye, played safety, and he was with the Colts. But he's doing some things there too from some conversations I had in terms of business. And that was one of the things that I thought was very cool was the amount of Buckeyes who I met who were still based up out of Columbus, and we're doing a lot of business in Columbus.
You know what I think? As somebody who didn't go to college, I think that we forget that most college towns still have they're college towns for a reason. There's ties to, because that's the pride that they have in the state. Is I went to the University of whatever. So there's a tie into it, for any college that you go to that pulls you in and has some tie. We talk about it all the time in business. Like there's certain schools that you go to that when you graduate, all you have to do is say, "Oh, I went to."
Yes.
And, "Oh, that's such and such. Come on, you one of us."
Yep.
So, it does make a difference.
And you're right about that, because when you do talk about the college town, especially for the smaller ones, and that have that more of that sense of community. I can only speak to a couple of them. I haven't been to hit every college town. So if you got one out there, you would say that I should go out and check out a game, please drop it in the comments. Let us know.
Invite us out. Come on, invite us out.
Yeah, we'd love to come check you out.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking Ann Arbor, Michigan's, Columbus. And Columbus reminded me a lot of Ann Arbor in that matter. I'm thinking about Madison being another one of those towns. But you're right, where the players and really stay connected to the community. I got all the memories flashing through. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget about anybody that was very, very nice to me. I met Eddie George, Heisman Trophy winner, bigger than I thought he was. I mean, and super, super nice. Very tall guy. Speaking of tall, Orlando Pace, Hall of Famer Orlando Pace, got a chance to meet him as well. Raymond Harris. Met him, and he gave me a little bit of his time and gave me some conversation and some advice and some wisdom, and I really appreciated that. And a host of other Buckeyes that I got a chance to meet too, man.
It sounds like it was a really awesome town. I love when you can meet people who pour into us. Like I think now we're really have an ear more so than we might have as a younger individuals too, listening to somebody who has done it, or just is where, I don't want to say we're trying to go, but just has achieved some stuff in life that you're like, oh, okay, you figured it out. Help me to figure it out so maybe I don't have to bump my head as much or stumble over some things.
You know what? I think, and again, comments, please, guys. Comments. If you're watching this long, leave us some comments. The thing I think now, more than ever, is people who have knowledge are not as ready just to try to give it to you unprompted, because for whatever reason they don't want to come off like a know-it-all, or maybe the last person they try to help didn't want to listen, or all those different things that I'm sure you and I have experienced when we tried to share. But if you ask, 9 times out of 10 I found they're more than happy to spend time with you and answer all of your questions.
We said it all the time. That's why we love the cigar bar, because you learn from people whom normally are super successful. And as you said, when you're sincere about asking, they're, oh, you want to know? Here you go. I remember when we met Richie.
Yeah.
He gave us tons of information on how to be successful that he didn't have to share.
Richie Incognito, former Raider, retired NFL defensive lineman. Offensive lineman.
Miami Dolphins too.
Yeah, Miami Dolphins. Yep, them too.
Just again,
but he shared a wealth of things
freely. He was showing me his house and stuff in his house that he didn't know me from Adam.
Yeah,
and he just shared it with me. But anybody that we meet that's successful, I think because we're genuinely eager to learn.
Just curious on how you made it to where you got. How did you do it?
Yes.
Because whatever you have, give it to me.
You're not, because I don't think anybody is that much smarter than me.
So I remember having a conversation with this very successful, talking about the cigar bar over at Torch. This is a year or so ago, maybe more. And I want to say his name is Jason. Anyway, having a conversation. And I told him, I said, one of my fears I always have is that when I bring someone in, that if I show them too much of something, now they're going to take whatever and run off and start their own and whatever. And he kind of looked at me and smiled. He said, that's not going to happen.
What's for you is for you.
That's true, but that's not how he put it. He put it away at that point. He said, you know how much work it takes to do what you're trying to do, right? I said, absolutely. He said, so do the people who work for you.
Yes.
Nobody wants your headache. He said they want to come, they want to do their job, get paid by you, go home, take their vacations, be with their family, do whatever. He said it takes a certain mental headspace to want to be a business owner.
Yes.
And to reach for where you're or I've reached or whatever. It takes a certain type of person to do it. And most of the people you're going to hire don't want anything to do with it.
This is why I see so many people trying to be entrepreneurs. And I'm happy for them. But everybody shouldn't be a business owner. Because even if you, say it was a restaurant, and you had 15 employees and somebody, your assistant manager was a great dude, did everything great. His interpretation of your business plan is going to be can't even be a carbon copy properly.
Right.
Because he's not you. He doesn't think like you. He's not going to visualize what you saw or see.
Right.
He's going to see, oh, these are the steps. But he don't know step 1 through 5. He knows 5 through 10.
And not only that, he has no inclination.
Yes. of the hard work of the 20-hour days, 7 days a week that it takes to run a business.
But you're right, because I've seen people try to do exactly what I went to him with. Yeah. Not a lot of them, but I've seen them try to do it, and then they're like, "Holy shit! Wait a minute! Yeah. I all I saw was what I saw. Yeah. What do you mean I need this and I need that and I need this? Is what this seed money and that seed money?"
I think I went to instructor school with 25 people, and all 25 were starting a business at the same time. If there's 1 or 2 of us left from that original 25,
right?
Even the dude I went to school with stopped doing the business.